Wir wollen unseren Kunden natürlich auch immer was Besonderes bieten, was Neues bieten.
We are always looking to offer our customers something special and new, typically linking it to anniversaries, birthdays and other celebrations. There will be a very big event in 2023.
2023 ein ganz großes Event.
Marco Löffler is on his way to the DTP department in Göppingen to look at the first rendering of a completely new design together with Oliver Strobel. The product managers at Märklin have worked with this engine a lot. Now it has a milestone birthday.
The Flying Scotsman wird in diesem Jahr 100
The Flying Scotsman is turning 100 in 2023. We took the opportunity to create a model of this beautiful, most spectacular locomotive. The CAD construction has piqued our interest about the HAVO model.
Wir haben aber viele angesetzte Details.
However, we have many applied details, such as brass-etched parts. These include the boiler bands, for one thing, which I think is very nice. They are not painted on boiler rings, but attached separately, finely detailed rings. We have separately applied many of the lines, pumps, and also the Flying Scotsman's train shield to the front of the locomotive. In combination, this makes for a wonderfully coherent look. The metal model has a high-efficiency propulsion with a flywheel in the boiler. The driver's cab is furnished in great detail. The tender houses the electronics and the loudspeaker. There is an adjustable close coupler between the locomotive and the tender. And now on to the popular prototype locomotive.
Well, why it's famous is really it's been a part of publicity and marketing ever since 1924, when it went to what was then the biggest exhibition the world had ever seen, the British Empire exhibition.
At the time it bore its original road number 4472 and caused quite a stir.
When it was first built in the UK, when those engines were new, they were actually bigger than the preceding types of locomotives. They started a sort of big engine policy round on the railways of the UK. And the most important one really is the L&ER way back, who called it the most famous train in the world, because of course the locomotive is named after the train, the Flying Scotsman. It's the one locomotive that everybody knows. As a locomotive, it's quite interesting. It's a Gresley Pacific, so it's a three-cylinder Pacific, a bit like the 03s in Germany. And when they took the locomotive in for overhaul, basically what they discovered was a very tired machine.
There was nothing left to do but to completely dismantle it after the findings and refurbish all the parts, which took over 10 years. On the 25th of February 2016, the legend took to the rails again for the first time, from London to York.
The tender's almost unique in that it's got a corridor through it.
Thanks to this passage, a change of personnel could be carried out while the train was rolling non-stop. And what's more, the men in the driver's cab didn't even have to do without a very important drink for Brits.
The driver, I kid you not, can be offered a cup of tea as he's going along, because basically, there's a coach behind.
The shield visible from afar, which refers to the famous locomotive name and also the double chimney, give the engine a striking appearance. The smoke deflectors also add to this effect. Incidentally, the locomotive received its road number 6003 after 1948. The aim of the refurbishment was also to restore it to its last condition before it was withdrawn from service by the British Railways.
It's as close as you can get to how it was when it was withdrawn from British Railways in 1963.
The sight of the engine brings back memories.
My father was a railwayman, so I got taken out on rail tours when I was a child. So I had a ride by Flying Scotsman now at about 6. So if you're an enthusiast of any kind or interested in railway history, you've kind of followed the story of this locomotive over time. And it's quite a picturesque story. It's a memory-making machine.
There was a popular atmosphere in York. Half the city was on its feet to welcome the legend, which has found a secure future at the local railroad museum, where it can continue to make history.
Das war die erste Lokomotive, die 100 miles per hour.
This was the first locomotive to reach 100 miles per hour, or just under 160 kilometers per hour for the first time. It became world famous above all with the Flying Scotsman train run, after which it was also named. It ran the entire Flying Scotsman non-stop train route from London to Edinburgh. This was, of course, a fascinatingly long range for a steam locomotive. Our first model was created from molded parts, which is not yet completely detailed. The brass parts, such as the final smoke deflectors, are very nice to see here, or the boiler rings, which are also made of brass. Many switchable digital functions will be built in. Thanks to the standard smoke generator, a speed-dependent dynamic steam output is possible. The buffer height corresponds to the NEM. The prototype isn't just running on the island.
Sie war auf Promotour in den USA.
When it was on a promotional tour in the USA, it was slightly rebuilt there and also had the well-known US bull bar on the front. And in 1988, it topped its world record by completing the longest non-stop run of a steam locomotive while in Australia. It's hard to get more famous than that.
Mehr Bekanntheitsgrad kann man natürlich nicht erlangen.
Or is it? Malklin and Trick's friends will ensure on their layouts that many more model railroaders will embrace this wonderful engine. The model railroader has plenty to work with when it comes to the car theme.
Modellbahn muss natürlich Spaß machen und der Flying
Model railroading must also be fun. The Flying Scotsmen always hold high-quality classic trains, and the Pullman Edelweiss cars that we have currently announced in the trade show novelties, or the Orient Express cars that have been around for the last few years, are beautiful cars that can be attached to this locomotive.
dranhängen kann.
Orthodox model railroaders will wince here, but let's be honest, don't the Orient Express cars behind the demo model look beautiful?
Sie ist wirklich schön, sie ist anders, sie hat diesen...
It is really beautiful and different. It has a British flair that other European locomotives simply don't have. For me, this engine is one of my 3 favorite locomotives.
persönlichen Highlights an schönen Lokomotiven.
channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout. Do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday again, and it's a Friday where I'm actually alive and not that zombified, half comatose version of me you saw here last week. I will say this is one of the rare times where normally I start Friday by going, wow, it feels like it was just last Friday. No, it feels like a month ago since I've done an actual live stream where I feel healthy, even though I did one midweek as well where I did a little mail thing, and that was kind of to make up for cutting short last week's live stream. So we're still getting a few people wandering in, but let's go ahead and get started with some of the greetings. Kyle Stevens, welcome. Luma, Ave, my friend down there. How are you? Great to see you. Nice messages and emails you were sending me today, and the information that I have now also shared with others, because you were the first person, even before I saw my YouTube live feed where Merklin announced it, you had already texted me and mentioned it. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. Hey, race fan, welcome in. Jean Ricard, long time no speak. How are you, sir? Let's see. Carl from Bang Gotcha Junction. Nice to have you here, sir. Joyce was just talking about you the other day. She was, she wanted to make sure she was talking about the right person that when we were at York stayed with us to the end and was really explaining a lot of stuff to her and that. And I said, yeah, that was Carl Braun. And anyhow, Lee is here. Thomas Johnson, you have been knighted and are now a member of the Knights of the Rhomboid Table. I now declare you a Knight of the Rhomboid Table. Hey, Rick from Foltz Bailey Model Railway. Hope you are well, sir. And as I continue going through who's come in, so we got Kyle and Jean Ricard and Luma and Carl. Tom Couples is here. Great to see you here. And then Ray Bertelson. Welcome in, Ray. And I hope I'm not forgetting people. Oh, my started scrolling a bit and it just jumped out of control. But let's see, a bunch of people just came in. So Tom, Ray, and then we got Andy from Hot Dog Pilot 63. Great to have you here, sir. Watched your son's video earlier today. Great review. I love how direct and precise he was. And I'm going to say, I don't know if he'll hate it or like it, but boy, you could definitely hear a bit of the dad in the son, both in the way he spoke and how he sounded. But enough of that. Let's see. Chris from Valleys 56. Great to have you. Andrew from March West Junction, one of the long-standing supporters and friends of this channel. Thank you for being here. Joseph Agliato, the Sergeant at Arms for the Knights of the Rhomboid Table, keeping everybody in line. And let me see. Man Shed Railroad. Aaron is here. Tim J.D., another of the foundations, the blocks upon which my channel has been supported, along with Tom Couples, a few others, obviously, but just people that have been there from the very beginning. So I just always like to give them special shout outs. I hope that doesn't hurt people's feelings. Daz Faulkner, how do? Nice to have you here, Daz. And let me see. Somebody else got in there. Dino is here. Hey, Dino. Catching you before you'll be heading off to bed in a bit. Stuart, my friend. Another longtime friend here. Great to have you. And I'm going to just go at the list of names and see if there's anybody I missed. So I think I've mentioned everybody so far. All right, I want to say this real quickly, and I want to say it very generically. On the American side of the YouTube chain, there's a lot of drama. I've been dragged in the middle of it, even though I've tried to stay out of it. Do not bring it up. Do not talk about it. I will delete any comment. That stuff stays off my channel. It stays off the comments on my videos. Everybody's welcome here. I don't ban anybody, ever. Unless you actually come in and start doing stupid stuff, in which case, then you will be booted off the stream. But otherwise, we are here just to have a smile and a laugh. If you don't dig our humor, there's 2 doors behind me. You won't leave, but you can leave. I do my thing. That's what this channel's about, and just try to share my love of my model trains and whatever's going on. So that's the one negative announcement. It just seems to keep popping up everywhere, and I am tired of it. So, anyhow, be that as it may, yes, the big news, not what I was planning on starting off with, but let's go straight into that big news that Merklin, let me pull up this image and picture. Now, right now, it's just me in the upper right-hand corner. Bear with me. I will find the right one. Whoops. I got to get the right picture here. Bear with me. I think it's that one. Let's see. Did this one pop up yet? No. All right. Let's try round 2. There it is. Bam. Now we got it. Okay. There we go. So, yes, that's the big news. From what I understand, they've actually done it in the past, but I have never heard of it before. But Merklin, my German company, is releasing a UK train. I don't think they've done this in a long, long time, but I guess to celebrate its 100th birthday or whatever, Merklin is releasing, and you saw the big Merklin commercial at the start of my video, they are releasing the Flying Scotsman here. And it's going to be expensive, although I'll probably get that for £100 less if I go for it. Now, the funny thing is, a lot of people are saying, oh, Dodge, we know you're ordering that. No, it's not guaranteed. It's going to be something to think of through the year. Now, if this had been the Mallard, yeah, my money would be out of my wallet ready to go. But this is the Flying Scotsman, which does not hold the passion for me the way the Mallard does. But is Merklin delving into the UK trains? And if this is successful, will they start releasing other UK model trains in HO scale? Which, if they do, will other companies like Pico and Roco follow? And if they do, will we see a revolution in model trains? And by the way, this is AC 3-rail digital. There is going to be a 2-rail, a Trix 2-rail DC, but it will also be digital. I don't think they're going to make an analog version. This will be digital. It will have a decoder and everything. Okay, they did a 70 back in the day. So I'm very, very curious as to see how this will go over, both with my UK friends and others. It's obviously not the gold wheel version that my friend Alan at Dragon Junction picked up. Hey, 156 Andrew, how are you? Tim, that's how it's always introduced, even when I watch UK train shows. And I know the whole train was called the Flying Scotsman, but now they officially call the Loco the Flying Scotsman 2, from what I understand. But be that as it may, that's how they keep introducing it. So that's even how Miraklin introduced it. And whether we like it or don't like it, the key is it's interesting because it's the first time since I've been into model trains that I have seen Miraklin go into the UK market. So I'm very, very curious to see how that how it will go. And again, so if you're looking at this, go, I love it, and as an American, I would love an HO scale. Yeah, you can get it in Trix. You don't have to get the Miraklin version. The Trix, Trix, is also available. In fact, somewhere on here, it will say also available in the Trix form. But there you go. So anyhow, be that as it may, I thought that's pretty wild. I'm blown away by that. I think it's pretty cool. Otherwise, I did a stream a couple of days ago where I did all the boxes. I am really gung-ho. I haven't worked on anything. I've been trying to get the house back to normal now that most people are on the mend. Let's go back up here. Joyce went into work today. I don't know if she'll join the live stream or not. I don't know how exhausted she's going to be coming home from work. She went back to work today after missing 3 days of work with this virus. I assume she's just going to come home dead. She hasn't texted me today, and I've been on various phone calls, so I haven't talked to her, which is not unusual through a work day. So, but Joyce, I, and even my daughter Liz want to thank everybody who has been sending your regards to us on my page on Facebook. Some of you here are friends with Joyce on Facebook as well, and you've posted on her Facebook statements where she's talked about being sick, and of course in my live feeds and other live feeds I've gone into. So many of you have asked for us and expressed your considerations for us, and we just want to thank you all for that. It's just amazing. Hey, Bernie is here. Hello, Bernie. Nice to have you here. No, Ray Bertelson, if you blow the horn on a mallard, it usually gives you $50 and says thank you. Get yourself something nice. Daffy, because he's a celebrity, pays $75. Okay. Hey, George, the Florida Railroad Dog. How are you? So anyhow, yeah, very, very glad to be feeling healthy. I would say I'm about 95 to 99%. I won't say I'm 100% yet. There's still just little things that still aren't 100% right, but definitely had a lot of energy the last couple of days. A lot of big things I hope are coming soon. It all depends on when deliveries and if I can keep the positive vibe. Because, yeah, I'm very excited. I've come up with the final way to do the Fowler car system. I have finally overcome, with some help and suggestions from my friend Jean Ricard and some other people. Hey, Kieran, how are you? I have finally come up with a new plan. In fact, if I go to this view, where is it? Village view. You will look, if you look over here, you will see all the Fowler car track system is gone. All the Fowler car track is gone. So, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm not doing the Fowler car? No, but I am going to not use the Fowler track. I'm going to use the stuff that a company called Fiesmann, a German company, Viessmann. You guys probably call it Wiesmann, but it's pronounced Fiesmann. Anyhow, they have introduced a couple of their own little bits to go with the Fowler car system, although they're not licensed to say Fowler car system. But they've created their own little magnetic tape and all this, and the Fowler car system works with it perfectly, and it's going to make it easy to design a very specific road system, and it may be the best of both worlds because I can avoid some of the sensor issues in some places that I was having, and so I'm really, really eager to get to work on that. But I'm going to have to take all these buildings off, repaint the surface, and do a couple of other things. And I mean, if I hadn't been sick the last 3 days, I would have been actually maybe getting started on it. But I've had to order the stuff, and I'm waiting for it to come in. But like right now, I'd be going on. I'm ready to go. Let's get this done. And as well as I'm doing the Big Gulch diorama, I got the models in, I've got some buildings in, and I just need to pick one of them and really start working on it seriously. But the mojo has actually been there. The problem is, I'm a very fickle person. I've got to have a positive vibe, and I've got to have a good feeling mentally before I get into work on something like that. And some of the crap that is just bouncing all over because there's just a bunch of dunderheads right now that just can't shut up and move on from things. And I got somehow dragged into it yesterday, and I'm still very angry about all the stuff that was posted on my videos that have nothing to do with that drama. Don't drag me into it, anybody. Be that as it may, yeah, you can see I'm a little upset by it. But anyhow, but if I can keep that negativity out and just do my thing, I'm really feeling a good vibe. First time in a long time, I'm really feeling a good creative vibe. Hey, Artie, how are you? So a lot of good things there, and now I'm just got to decide what I'm going to start first. But I also have I've got to get this 3D printer going, and I've got to find a place for it. People are asking me, hey, have you done any 3D prints with the new printer? Well, I did one test print that came out okay, one test print that came out really bad. And then we had to get everything out of the way because we had so much construction in this house last week, Monday and Wednesday. I had electricians, I had plumbers in to put the new tankless water heater in. And then on Wednesday, the day before I got sick last week, we had the electricians come in and put in a new panel box, and finding all the, oh, look, your house is about 2 months away from blowing up or catching on fire. That was not a great... Hey, Christopher, great to see you, my friend from Christopher's Hobby Blog. Yeah, so I'm feeling juiced. So let's get into some trains running, and actually did change some trains out. I didn't run trains on my live stream. I still talked for an hour and a half, and I really wanted to be done in 45 minutes, but that's me. What can I say? Let's go to Yeah, I've forgotten how to do my own channel. It's been so long. All right, so what are we running today? We are running hopefully he's ready to go. We are running the Austrian Railjet, the prettiest train in my fleet. I kept on freighter. This is like the third or fourth straight week I've kept a freight train going. Whoops. Hey, you. Other direction. Other direction. No. Whoops. Other direction. I have got a freighter running. I guess I kept this for all you who like your freight trains. I've got a freighter going. And locomotive first, the way it should be. I have a class 146.5 locomotive pulling an IC2, Intercity 2, not an ICE, just the IC2. And then, as long as he's behaving, I actually got this guy out and worked with him a bit. You might hear a little bit of clicking. His ski, for some reason, I tightened it up, but you might hear a little bit of click in the background. But I've got the Alex train moving with that Hercules Class 223 locomotive. And then the new guy, I'm really loving watching this guy roll. So he's running today still. So I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm keeping this Class 440 out on the layout and running. Quite happy with him. And then way in the background, I'm running the Class 648 DMUs. So a couple of DMUs are running today. The only thing I got to check is make sure the one dude's lights are in the right direction. And, yep, we're all good. Okay, so let's do the multi-train view just to get us started. Hello, Boilermaker Rick. Was there another live? I'm going to have to double check that. There shouldn't have been another live. That's weird. Let me go check my channel real quick. Content. Oh, why did it not? I wondered why that acted up. Well, let me delete that. Why did it start it as a second one? That's weird. All right, well, sorry about that. Anybody who was stuck in the other room? Yeah, somebody gave my live feed on the other day a thumbs down. I'll never understand that. Oh, hush me. Okay, so there we're all going. Now I can start catching up with the chat. Oh, don't forget the floor. Thank you. Yes. That's the other big news. I guess I should have held up, but I guess I'll get to it in a second here. Let's see. How are you guys going? Are you ready to go? Are you good to go? Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Ouch! Knee to the corner of a piece of wood. Never good. All right, let's go to the floor real quick. All right, let's look at the floor cam. Oh, we got that Batman and Robin curve. Oh. We're going to just keep passing each other at the same time on this end. All right, if you look here, I am running that new Beatles singles train. So I am running that Class 173 Beatles singles train. I'm actually running it in right now. I have not officially run it in. So Wigwag was stuck in the other one. Sorry about that. Anybody stuck on the other channel, but yeah, it's I had to take everything down except the main layout. I had to get that whole floor area there cleared out for all these workers bringing their big tools and taking a big water heater out, and I had to get everything off the floor and putting it back. I did not put things back exactly where I had them, although I did also take the time to make these tracks a little better. But I do need that table if I'm going to be building models and things. I need that table up there. So yeah, you get this funky little view here. My apologies, but hey, isn't that Azuma pretty as well? Catch that freighter as he's going by. There's that bridge view, catching my little Regio Bond 440. I'll tell you what, for all the crap that dude gave me out of the box, now that he's fixed and running, wow, am I enjoying him. I am. Hey, George is here. How are you? No, I have not bought a second set of coaches, George. I just have the 170. I have what came in the box. I just can't talk myself into spending that much money again to get the same train again. There's other things. I've got to start getting ready and paying off a couple of things for our trip to Germany. And I do want to make sure I've got money for my trip to Germany, the train stuff I'm going to do. Is Mick here? I see. Well, Chris, I'm sorry you've had a flu going. Hopefully you'll get better. Is it a class 73, Ewan? Yeah, it is a 73, but is it a 73 or a 173? 73. Oh, did I see Efo came in? Hey, Efo, how are you? No, anyhow, yeah, regarding regarding the accidentally having the second live stream, I think I screwed something up when I accidentally I went back in to edit something on the one, and I think it recreated the broadcast. It was something I did on OBS about 10 minutes before I went live. I wondered why when I went live, all of a sudden it was changed. So anyhow, yeah, if I go back to that floor view, although this is always a nice view. Nobody's there. But man, I'm telling you, this 440 right here, I am really starting to like a lot. I am really... Rebecca is booked out until June. I got you. The dental fun. Oh, that's right. Monorail Scotland's going on. So I'm looking forward to pictures and videos for all of you who went, especially when you all got together. Why are you... Whoops, wrong way. Hey, dude, come on, focus better. Focus. 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 Yeah, that's why I moved you. That's why you're not where you used to be. You kept struggling with the focus, and now you're struggling it here. I did change the angle on this. This one used to be more straight across. But since Joyce's camera does that, I don't see any point in having them looking the same way right now. But maybe right there. Focus, focus, focus. But nice little view there. And then this is the Joyce view again. Nobody here. Every time I turn on the Joyce cam, nobody's here, including Joyce. But there we go. Like I said, oh my goodness, I'm just going to blather on about that Class 440. Maybe it's because it was such a pain in the butt when it came out of the box and all the things I had to do to fix it and how well it's run that I feel so, well, let's just admit it, giddy. I am just enjoying it immensely. There's a nice long look down my little rake of container cars. Hey, Daz Faulkner here. If you are not subscribed to Daz Faulkner, get over there and subscribe to him. Get him over that 100. And he does cool stuff. He's building a really cool, I believe it's N-scale layout. Really cool things. He hasn't posted a full video in a little while now. You were doing a few shorts for a bit, but I'm sure work or something's caught up with you. Hey, did I see Roger's here? Hiya, Roger. Great to have you here. And then here's the long view. I think everybody has been here before now. I don't have to show you the map, but as you're looking at me, way over there, that's called the Delmenhorst side because it's based on the city of Delmenhorst, Germany. And then the side closest to you is just called the Bremen side because Bremen is the big rail hub. Delmenhorst is kind of a suburb of Bremen. It's about 10 miles away from Bremen. Their outer boundaries do connect. The actual municipal don't connect, but their outer boundaries connect. Their extended land areas, their metropolitan areas connect. But Bremen is its own state. And then Delmenhorst is actually in the state of Niedersachsen, and it's in the county that belongs to another town about 15 miles away called Oldenburg in English, Oldenburg in German, or Oldenburg in Plattdeutsch. Oldenburg in Plattdeutsch. But anyhow, so that's kind of the layout. We got a 26-foot long, not 26, 22 foot. 8, which is 16 plus 6 in the middle, 22. 22-foot long run in the back, and then a 12.5 by 8 section, and an 11.5 by 8 section, and then 2.5 by 6 in the middle. Hey, Rick's Railroad is here. Howdy to you across the border. I should have talked to somebody. I really want the TPE 5-car set now, and then I'll have to get the Daypool locomotive. I really want those TPEs, but I don't want to pay anything more than their original release price, which was about 220 to 240 pounds, so about 270, 200. So for $300 total, I'd be willing to pick up that 5-car set. Blue Flame. Blue Flame is a totally different meaning here, Andy. Hey, Lindy, how are you? And Kyan. Oh, gotta do this. Sorry, folks. You can turn off your mics first, or turn off your earbuds for a second. Kyan! Opa loves you! Opa! Here, Kyan, look at the new train. I gotta show this to you, Kyan. Opa's got it on the floor. Oh, hey, why did he stop? Hey, dude, what's up? Did you derail? What happened? There you go. All right, just, come on. Beep, 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 beep. Whoa. Wrong one. That's why I'm having issues. I'm putting the wrong one around. Oops. Oh, okay. Darn it. This stupid Hornby. You're not going to work. All right. Sorry about that, Kyan. You can see the new train running, but unfortunately that Hornby POS controller just died again. I fix it, and then it dies. Sorry about that. So the Azuma is dead in the water right now. It's not the Azuma. It's not the track. It's that stupid little El Cheapo Hornby controller. I've had so much problems with it, and I get it functioning. And when I put these trains back on the floor last night and started running them in, the Hornby controller wasn't working. I took it apart. I monkeyed with the board a bit. The lights came on, so I was okay. And then I put it back together. It ran for a bit, and then it stopped. But sorry about that all. So until I get another controller, or I make both these digital where I can run them with my central station or my spare mobile station, I guess we're done with that. So I'm going to go multi for a few minutes. Because see, I have a spare mobile station. I've got a third one here. And okay, so hey, everybody's watching. Hey, my son AJ, his fiance Val, love you too. How are you? Great to have you in town. And then Zoe and Jacob and my son-in-law, although I hate adding the in-law, my son Chris is there. Love you too. Hey, Digger Evans is here. So, that's awesome. Hi, everybody. How are you? Great to have you here. The many cams here. But yeah, that stupid Hornby. You guys know the Hornby control I'm talking about. The little black box red dial El Cheapo that comes in all their starter packs. Oh, what a piece of crap that is. Hornby, you can do better. Maybe you can. I don't know. But you've got to upgrade that controller a little bit. That little $5 piece of plastic is a POS. But anyhow, I've said enough. Putting your brisket on the smoker. But for those of you relatively new to the channel, that Lindy loves, Lindie, that's my oldest child, my first daughter, Lynn or Lindy. And she is married to Chris, and they are the parents of my grandson, Kyan. But then, if I can go back to this real quick, I know people hate that. But Lynn is also the one that did my official logo design. She did my official logo design. Now again, I told her this is what I wanted. I wanted a round track with the letters MTO in it and maybe the names on the outside. I didn't give her a lot of wiggle room to truly be creative, but still I am so blown away by this. I can't believe how nice this logo came out. I'm sorry to be tooting my own horn, but having a logo is actually kind of special to me. I've wanted a good channel logo. I'm jealous of people like Rick at Folds Bailey or the Train Freak. You've got these cool design logos. Heath at Humanity Junction, all you guys. Chris, Kyle Stevens, I know it's just a chassis system, but it's still cool. Artie, all you guys. I hate to name one person and not name others. So with all these amazingly brilliant logos and effects. No, it's not. It's about 3 years old, EFO. Hey, Randall's here. How are you, Randall? And I've had my own generic logo. I mean, if I go back to the opening screenshot, so bear with me for a second. This was me. I cobbled this together with Adobe Photoshop, but that's the limit of my talent. So this was my original logo. That was my original logo, and I've always wanted it better. I haven't done any merchandise because basically I thought, I mean, I do have some merchandise. I know I did a coffee mug, but I did this for me and not to sell. The only stuff I sold, the only stuff I was selling was some people, my daughter did some shirts for the end of season one, the season one finale of Matt Clark. She did some special shirts for me, Joyce, and my grandson Kyan when he was an infant. And some people liked it and said they wanted one. So we went ahead to Springs and did a design and put some Matt Clark stuff up there. But I've never really had Model Train Outsider stuff that I wanted to put on my channel. Now I actually do. Not that I'm selling it. Not that I'm selling it, but I'm selling it. You know, if somebody is stupid enough to want it, then you could look below this video and see that there's actually Model Train Outsider merch now. Because I guess that's the trendy thing to say. You call it merch. I don't know. I did order a bunch of stuff. I'm hoping it'll come in before the Toledo Train Show because I do want to wear my logo. I know it. I sound like a 8th grader running for junior high prom or something like that. I just want to be cool. Just once in my life, I want to be cool. I want to be walking through a train show and have somebody see my logo and say, I see your channel on YouTube. And it can stop there. Now, if they follow it up with, and you're an asshole, I'll be like, yeah. Or, oh my God, I love you. Then I'll be like, really? You know, it's all that. But I am so proud of that logo. I'm tickled with it. I even have, where did I put them? I know I brought some down. Anthony Scott Dodge, where did you put stuff? You bozo-headed. Oh, there they are, yeah. When I went to the UK, everybody was handing me stickers. And in the mail yesterday, a box of these came in. I didn't order them. I had to text Lynn, did you order some stickers through Sticker Mule? And she said, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, or I wanted to surprise you or something like that. I forgot I sent it to your house. So I'm wondering, why am I getting notifications that my order from Sticker Mule is due today? And yeah, so I even have stickers. I would have loved to have had these in the UK and passed them out. All right, Christopher, take care. John Benicki's here. Hello, John Benicki. How are you? So, yeah, I even got stickers to go with, like, Danny, Southline, Southernline stickers, and the Anfield Road stickers I have, and the Dragon Junction stickers I have, and the business cards from other Trains in the Attic stickers I have. That's another guy who's I've got stickers from. Richard from Trains in the Attic. Okay, so that's all the news. So good night, everybody. You're a stupid machine, you Hornbeat controller. Why won't you work? Oh, Agnes, forgive me. Whatever do you mean? Fame is bad. You're at a show with Charlie. Are you sitting next to... Yeah, I know, Tom. It's English, not Scottish, but it's the voice that came to me. Hey, Valentina's here. Hi, Valentina. She's actually in the chat somewhere. I didn't see that. Let me scroll back up. Ah, well. Yes, I do talk to. It might well have been EFO. It's Hornby. And what I really want to do is maybe go and try that Prism, which is an OBS clone. I actually was messing with it today and get it onto StreamYard like Bernie did yesterday, because Bernie managed to get his 7-camera array into his StreamYard. Now, he did it while he was live streaming, so I'm really tempted to do that, because then what I would do is anytime I want to say something negative about Hornby, I would ask Andrew, Andy, the Hot Dog Pilot 63, he would pop up in chat and say everything negative about Hornby he wants, and that way I can get my feelings expressed without me being the one who said it. And there is Like the Car. That Like the Car is my son AJ. That's a family joke. That like the car is my son AJ. That's my son AJ. And he is just A.J. Although nowadays he goes by Anthony more than AJ. But he was not, his name was supposed to be A.J. No name. But anyhow, so like the car is a family joke. When we were growing up, you know, long before my kids were born, long before I was married, when I was a kid, anybody in the Dodge family, our last name really became the word Dodge, like the car. Because every time somebody, you order a pizza, and who's this for? Dodge. What was that? Dodge. What? Dodge, like the car. And the best story regarding that is when Joyce married me. Before she married me, she used to tease me all the time. Because we would always say Dodge, like the car. It just got to the point we just said it right away. Yes, who's this order for? Dodge, like the car. Okay, thank you. And Joyce, when she started dating me, would say, why do you always say like the car? Everybody knows Dodge cars. Everybody knows. I said, apparently not. And then later, after we got engaged and we knew we were going to get married, she would still bring it up. Just like, there you guys always go. You always say Dodge like the car. I said, wait, if you take my last name. And she had already said she was going to take my last name. If you're going to take my last name, you just wait. And literally a week after we got married, we got married, went on a honeymoon for 5 days. Our honeymoon was 5 days. And then we had a weekend together back in Toledo. And then I left town for basically 3 months. We were separated for the first 4 months of our marriage. But when I came home on the weekend, I came home on a Friday because I was working with the state prison system, and they let us out early on Friday. And I came home, and she was trying to change. She was with the University of Toledo trying to change her name on all her school records at the university. And she's calling this person, and they're like, okay, so what's your new last name? And she's like, Dodge. And clearly the person said what? She says, Joyce, Joyce, Dodge. And they clearly said what? And she goes, Dodge, like the car. And I broke into hysterical laughter behind her. And you guys that know this channel and Joyce know she did this to me. She turned around and she just went, shut up! Dodge like the car. Hey, Stefan, how are you? Nice to have you here. Is what Acura Scale 1 better than ESU? Oh, Kyle Stevens is taking off. All right, take care, Kyle. I am doing very well, Stefan. It's great to be healthy. Hello, Barnabas Junction. Welcome in. Let's get united. Nautically unite at the rhomboid table. Anyhow, we are, so everybody is over at my daughter Lynn's house because they're doing what they call a LAN party. They just get on computers and play games. And my son's come up from Columbus it's his friends and Lynn and Chris, and they all share the same, a section of their circle of friends they share. So if Zoe and Jacob, I don't know who else, is Rudy there at all? AJ or Lynn, was Rudy going to join in or not? Or is he part of that group? You are a fiance. What do you mean? Apparently you're a fiance. Did I not say fiance? Did I say girlfriend instead? My apologies. Yes, your fiance. Your future Mrs. AJ. Kyle Stover and Kyle Rockefeller. Hey, Kyle and Kyle. Nice to see you guys. You can see me and I can't see you, but hey guys, how are you? And if any of you have not gone to my channel, my YouTube channel here, please subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,500, because I have become an internet whore now, my former students and adopted sons. And please watch my Matt Clark. Remember all the jokes in class I had to bleep and delete? They're not bleeped and deleted anymore, because I'm retired and I can put what I want on my channel. And you can watch my Matt Clark and you go, oh my God, this is like stuff Mr. Dodge used to do in class. Do I want more Scottish banter? Look at the things! Look at the boards! There are some who call me Tim. Oh, you mistyped finance. Fiancé. Fiancé. Rhymes with Beyonce. Which is kind of tragic when you think about it. But, yeah, so sadly the Azuma is not running, although, is the little guy still running behind it, or did he stop? Nope, he's still running. That little Beatles singles train is back there running, but the stupid little Hornby controller is on the fritz again. I keep fixing it, I get it to work again, and then it fritzed. Hey, but what would a live stream be without a fritz? There's a joke in there that many of you don't get. So there's that little Beatles, that beautiful Azuma, dead on the rails because the Hornby controller fried. I need to get another one of those Bachmann controllers, or like what is it? Sam's Trains and several guys have where they have the dual controllers where you can control 2 lines at once. Maybe I could find one of those online. That would be cool. Hey, Ben from Eagle Creek is here. No, there's no such thing as tardy. It's a live stream. It's not like class. Even if I was a teacher at one time, I'm off the clock. I am off the clock. And there's Paul from Smallwood Junction and Ian Frazier. If I didn't say hi to you guys, hello, hello. But here comes that railjet in the upper left. Beautiful train. And the upper right. There, you catch them beginning and ending there. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Nope, nobody's on that side. Most guys are on this side right now. Ah, Chris. Nice quote. Well, my favorite controller is my Central Station 3, but I need a simple analog one. A simple analog one. I just need something that's train go, train stop, speed up, right? You know, simple dial controller. I actually had, not my old original Tyco, but one from the same era, 60-year-old Tyco, but it was smelling of ozone a year ago, and I finally threw it away, decided it was burning out. How are we doing on likes, I guess, today, if and when any? Yeah, we're up to 32. But yeah, sadly, that was the greatest sadness. The greatest sadness was after 2 straight months, I think it was, last Friday, I failed to get 50 likes on a live stream. I had been getting 50 likes on for 2 months, every live stream had got, so like 7 straight live streams, I got 50 plus likes. And it came to an end with my abbreviated live stream last week with me being sick and deciding I just had to stop. And of course I did an abbreviated live stream in the middle of the week. So I'm hoping we'll get back over 50 today. But I don't know if that will happen. That's the one, the H&M I think it is. Yeah, thank you, Roger. And yes, all of you, please, you are knighted so that you can post links to your channels or friends' channels as long as it is non-political, non-offensive stuff. Of course, offensive is in the eye of the beholder sometimes, but hopefully you get a general idea what we mean. Keep it train, hobby, comedy related. Again, if you got, oh my God, there's this great comedy channel, pop it in, because my channel is as much about comedy as it is about trains. At least to me. Nobody else may think it's funny, but all the trades are going backwards. You might want to flip your video screen, Jean Ricard, then they'll all be going forwards for you. Just do mirror image. EFO, I have converters. So I have controllers that are 220, 240 volt controllers, but I have converters that reduce them down to 110. Bernie, please, no. I said, do not bring this stuff to my channel. Keep it off. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm tired of this. Take care, Daz. I'm probably sure I lost a few people after that, but... I have never banned anybody from my channel. Don't be the first. All right, take care, Daz. Always appreciate it. You got a great channel. You got great stuff. I hope a lot of people go over and check it out. So I hope you guys will help police and make sure anything it doesn't need to be. The beauty of Ray, the beauty of television is I can keep him right side up here, and they broadcast to him right side up. He just has to adjust his TV. That's the problem. He has to turn his TV upside down or his computer monitor upside down so he can see things right side up. Yeah, I really, when I sat down, Chris, to run my trains, my first thought was I wanted to do a double-decker day and get all my double-deckers out. And then I decided the one needed a rest, and I wanted to keep the 440 out. And then I thought, oh, I want to keep the freight train out too. So I'll probably get all the double-deckers out next week. But I also want to get the steamers out. I haven't had the steamers out since Christmas. So anyhow, now, Model Railway Scotland, right? That's what the show's called? Model Railways. Now, is that like an exhibitor show, or are there layouts and local people selling and the big companies selling? Combination, only two of the three? How is that set up? Is that sort of like Getz or Worley? Because I'm seeing in the UK where there are some shows that are just like boot sales, you know, where a flea market where everybody's just selling their toys and you don't really have layouts or exhibition things up. And then others are just like there's the big businesses are there, their representatives are there, and then you have some big layouts, but you don't have the average guy selling stuff. I need more loops to run trains. See, EFO, half the time you type something EFO, you have to translate it to people like me that don't have a clue anymore. I know you're talking to other people, but I like to see what you're talking about. Because I'm trying to learn from you, EFO, but I'd have to go back to the beginning. I need to bring you into a history or linguistics chat or some other chat where I can actually appear smart. I think those are all charged up. Yeah, I really am not going to make more loops. The 2 UK loops until I build up. I'm going to build a 4x8 foot section. A second level, 4x8 foot. So that's, and it'll just be 2 loops. And it's going to go over, well, here, I'll go to that camera and you guys can get a better idea. Long view, yeah, this one. The new plan is, and the plan I'm probably going to go with, is right here. Okay, this is an 8-foot across table. So right somewhere in the middle here, I'm just going to stick a couple of bits up, and I'm going to do a 4x8 second level here, and that will be just 2 or 3 loops of DC trains so that I can run my UK trains, and I'll probably have a little parking area inside, but I'll have a 4x8 section across here. It's just coming up with the best way to support the weight, because I'd probably have to put some kind of weight support in the middle, through the middle of Bremen here. That's the only downside of it. But that's the best feasible plan. And then I'm not doing any expansions. And Danielle Lojek from Poland wrote me an email and said, hey, you know, you could rip out one of these and put in a DCC line. And I'm like, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I really, I don't want to get into trying to, I don't want to add DC onto this main layout, even though it would be easy to do. I don't want to do it, if that doesn't offend people. I don't want to add that middle. I don't want to take one of these main lines up to Delmenhorst out just so I could run the Azuma. I wish the Azuma could be converted, and yeah, every now and then I'd run the Azuma up here, but I would want it to be an occasional thing, not where that's the only thing I could run on here. Gotcha. Okay, thank you, EFO. The 4-axle transporter. Gotcha. Car transporters. Because until I got into model trains a few years ago, I didn't know anything about trains, period, other than, you know, real trains ran on rails. I didn't know, I mean, I knew freight versus passenger, you know. But, and then as I got into trains, I had to learn the American system and try to get familiar enough with that. And I've always just, okay, that's enough for me now because I have other interests. I have other things that early on have pulled me away, but now model trains are the hobby, the passion. Oh, Roger, when we talk about liking trains, let's break it into two groups. Liveries and actually riding them. UK's got beautiful trains. Okay, I love the Azumas. I love TransPennine. Every time Leslie Gilpin puts up a new video where he's got some either, 395s or 397s of the TransPennine, or, you know, Daypole Class 68 with the 5-car set. Well, not Daypole, you know what I mean, a Class 68 loco. I love the TransPennine. GWR's cool. Definitely love the liveries. In terms of comfort, I would say German trains that I've ridden on, comparative classes, are more comfortable. Now that's a wide range because I've ridden on some very uncomfortable German trains that were probably more uncomfortable. Like Joyce will sing tales of how bad the Alex train was. The seats were uncomfortable. The diesel smell was bad. Joyce could tell you forever how bad that she did not like the Alex trains. She had such a bad time riding Alex trains, she didn't want me buying a model of the Alex trains. But the Azumas were nice. I enjoyed. The train ride from Edinburgh down to York on the Azuma was gorgeous. The transport from Wales, and I forget what we rode, but it was TFW, that we rode from Cardiff into the interior and then up through Conwy and back around to Bangor. That was a beautiful ride. And in the end, that's what matters, is the train comfortable enough? The Azuma was comfortable enough. But I would say an ICE is probably a little more comfortable than the Azuma. Yeah, Joyce and I loved traveling, even with all the industrial actions. Joyce and I loved the UK trains, and we had such a good time in the UK. We're planning on coming back. Germany this year. We're going to Germany this year. The following year is New Zealand and Australia. Kiwi Dave's in the background. Hopefully we can do both. Otherwise it'll just be Australia. But we really want to stop off, do about a week in New Zealand, and then 10 days to 2 weeks in Australia. And, you know, hang out with Artie for a while. And go... and then the year after that, we're planning on going back to the UK. So what is that? 23 Germany, 24 Australia, 25 UK, and then 26 we're hoping for Scandinavia. But yeah, we want to go back to the UK and meet some people we didn't get to meet the first time around. And also clearly see some things we didn't see. The problem is we would want to meet all the people we met the first time around. There's other places we kind of want to see in the UK, but go back to Cardiff? Sure. Go visit, maybe stay in Liverpool and go over and visit Alan at Dragon Junction, Jim and Lee again. Hell yeah. The York National Railway Museum again. Sure. And then we really want to do Glasgow, Scotland this time around, but Joyce really wants to go way north. Way north in Scotland. She wants to get way up there. Plus, we figure we want to get over to Ireland next time we go to the UK. Hey, Rick is here, and if Pauline as well. Hi there, all. Your railway group is putting on their annual show. That's cool. That is so cool. So many different people between all the shows and the open houses and stuff like that. We have one club that is sort of active in Toledo, but I don't know where they meet, when they meet. They don't post information on at the hobby town anymore. So I don't even know if they exist. And then the only other, quote, model train group is the one I quit and really don't want to go back. But, yeah, it's, I've said it so many times, but Joyce fell in love with Cardiff like she has never fallen in love with any other city I've taken her to, except for maybe Pirna in Germany, which is just east of Dresden. She fell in love with Pirna. She really likes the whole region. It's everything Joyce wants. It's got hills, forest, hiking trails, beautiful river. But just once she got the hang of Cardiff, day one was a bit of a struggle, but by early on day two, our first walk through Cardiff and then down to the Bay Area, Cardiff was in her heart and soul. It really is. And if we go to Cardiff again, we want to get there at the right time and be there on a weekend, because Joyce wants to do the water adventure thing they have, where you go hiking over to a waterfall and they only do that on the weekend, and you have to book it months in advance. But that's the one thing Joyce missed in Cardiff. She really wanted to do that. I don't think Cardiff is Wales, not Cornwall. The Three Sisters? What Three Sisters? I would be going with Joyce, and I don't know of any Three Sisters that would be involved. Used to be South Wales. All right, Luma, have a good night. It is getting late down there in Portugal. So, good night. Obrigado for coming in. I'm going to have to... Oh! I'll have to look it up. Oh, gotcha. Tintangle. Gotcha. Because, yeah, I was going to say, I know there's a... Well, wait, what's the monument? Is it in Denmark? The three sailors? The three something? Or is it the seven sailors? What? Too many numbers, too many relatives. I don't know. I'm trying to keep up. Hey, Jeff Hammond, welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you for stopping by. The, you know, the thing is, with Germany, when Joyce and I traveled to Germany because of my ancestry, and for the years I taught German, I have very, very specific things in different parts of Germany I want to see and want to do. Once it comes down to going to Australia or even New Zealand, I mean, I know I can Google and see, but there isn't anything specific. Like with Australia, I've got to see, like, I've got to go see Sydney, I've got to go see Melbourne, Canberra, you know, Perth. I don't have those as bucket list places to see. Going to Australia, it would be, hey, I'm here in Australia. New Zealand, I want to see the New Zealand Alps. I forget what they're called. I forget what the mountains are called. I do want to see those. I am a Lord of the Rings geek, and so I would probably go over to the Hobbiton Village and some of the movie sites. The problem is I hate the movies. So I'd annoy everybody there, because as soon as I went to, like, they did this wrong in the movie, this was stupid in the movie, they added this stuff, it wasn't even in the books, they changed this character here, they did that. I would be so obnoxious, New Zealand would kick me out. But, yeah, I mean, you know, the fact is, last year at this time I had about 1,100 subscribers. Now I'm closing in on 1,500. All right, I'm at 1,440 something. But I've got a lot of people just in the last year from the UK alone that I was just getting to know. You know, when I went and met Tim Dowd here, we had been talking online for 2 years. When I met Chris Whittingham, we had been talking online for 2 years. Alan and I had been watching his channel for 4 years, but we had only really began talking 8 months to a year before we met. But it really grew. I mean, I talked about some great things Alan did and was talking on all his videos, and he started talking to me, and then out of the blue he did that Christmas or birthday present Christmas gift towards the end of 2021, where he noticed I was getting close to 1,000 subscribers and asked his subscribers to jump me over, and I went to 1,100. I went from 980 to 1,100 in like 2 weeks, all thanks to Alan. And he called me. And from the minute he called me, that's when the friendship really took a huge level up. And now, having met him, and I've only been in his presence for a day, and I say that religiously, to have been in his presence for a day, because getting to meet Babs and just spending the day, and of course Joyce talked with Babs and I talked with Alan. But we were together in a car, and Babs could hear me gushing about everything, and Alan appreciated me being there. And so that, you know, the friendship just went from respect to boom, I consider him a real life friend. And he calls me. He calls me on the phone, and I got to call him back, but I'm always scared he's in the middle of something. And he says, don't worry about it. And I've got to get over that stupid fear. And he only calls me once every few weeks. But when he does, I'm like a kid who talked to Santa Claus for a while afterwards. It's fun to talk to him. We talk serious stuff too, but we get a laugh out of that. But it's just, he's an awesome man. And any chance to meet him again, I would jump up and take. And of course, Jim from Hover Motion, and all the people we met at York, Andrew McDonald, Carl, and Leslie. And again, I can't name one without naming everybody because I don't want that one person to go, why'd he leave me out? Philip Page, Richard Brown. And I get to talk to these people both offline and elsewhere. And I consider them good friends. I just spent... Jean Ricard, how many hours did we talk on the phone today? Oh, is Andrew leaving? I'm sorry, Andrew. Hey, Clive is here. Somebody else I love to talk to through videos is Clive, and when he's in different chats. Andy here, Hot Dog Pilot. If I go into a live chat and Andy's not there, I'm disappointed. Bernie and at Crossways is just another guy. I have a blast talking to him. And these are people I've only gotten to really know since I've been back from the UK. But boy, if I were in the UK, I would do everything I could to meet Andy and some of these guys. Because... And Roger, Roger we were trying to meet, but it just didn't work out. And I'm so sorry, Roger, but I would have loved to have just gone out for a drink with you or whatever we could do. Hey, Raymond Anthony is here. How are you? Yeah, not enough. That's true. But as Ben has come, Ben's been around for a while, but I've only known him for a few months now. And now he's doing his own live streams and coming on chats. What a character Ben is. And I say that with all love and humility. But, I mean... Andy's an unpaid press agent for me anymore. And, I think I could do that if I go into if I'm feeling blue. I just need to go into a chat where Andy's at, because I'll say, "Hey Andy, how you doing?" And if I say anything negative about my live stream, the first thing he types is, "You've got the best live stream," And I'm like, "No, I don't, but thank you. It makes me feel good to hear that." But if he does think it's the best, great. I mean, it's the best live stream I do. But I love hanging with people. That's why I was so desperate, even though I was sick last Friday. This is my chance to talk to fellow humans that aren't related to me by blood. So yeah, unfortunately it's going to be a couple of years yet, Tim. This year, Germany, already booked. We're going to meet Jean Ricard in Hamburg for a couple of days. That's cool. I'm the best co-host you ever had. You got all kinds of co-hosts. I'm just the craziest co-host you have. I will say, Artie, and you know me, I'm very self-deprecative, but I will say this with you here. When you had me come on the first time as a co-host, because you were live, and you were having issues, and I was left like, okay, what do I do? Because I was just there to keep your chat open in case you lost signal. But I feel like your chat, your live stream, jumped a level when I started doing all that stupidity with talking, doing the live broadcast bit, like, All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hate to interrupt this live show with Artie, but he's being detained by local police over, and just started doing that shit. And everybody on your live stream is breaking up in hysterics. And your live stream definitely, there were at least 7, 8 more people the next week in your live stream, and then your own stuff made it grow after that. But I that was kind of the one thing that really, where your live stream went from being something cool to go to you don't know what the hell is going to happen cool. Well, it was surreal for us too, Tim, as I say every time we talk about this. Joyce and I weren't thinking people are there to meet us. We're there to meet you. So Tim's sitting on the train staring at us. Do the voices. Do the voices. Joyce and I are like, it's Tim. Where's the carpet? Where's the trains? Hey, Edward, nice to have you here. Olsen Prima, in Lima. Out with Prima, in with Lima. Gotcha. Oh, no, I mistook that. The outside is a Prima, the inside is a Lima. Sorry. And that was in German. I shouldn't have botched that. Hey, Raymond, no such thing. There is no such thing as late on a live stream. No apologies. And then there's Dino. Dino is a guy that we've started following over the last few months that's got a great little table, although he's ripped a lot of it back and is rebuilding it. And then, of course, there's Stuart, who's been in here, but I won't say anything about his layout because I'm sure he's tearing something out. Stuart's over at his layout right now. What's Anthony going to talk about? What's he going to talk about so I can rip it out right now? You got beautiful locos, Stuart. Beautiful trains, beautiful locos. Beautiful layout that occasionally needs your special touch. I know you're already planning a major overhaul on a section. Yes, let's preserve status quo, except only one guy from the band is left alive. When I look into the sky, I see your eye, the funny kind of yellow. I'm sorry. Matchstick Men is one of my favorite psychedelic 60s songs. I love Status Quo. I love the song Matchstick Men. It's my favorite song by them. I know they've got other bigger hits. But to me, with Status Quo, Matchstick Men is way up here, and then all their other stuff is down. But, oh my God. I wake next morning, tide still yawning. A layout is never finished, it just involves. Too true, too true, too true. Although my layout just kind of sits there, unchanged, but I think that's going to change in the next couple of months. The mojo came back here. See, it briefly came back when I bought a bunch of Fowler car stuff and I started doing things, and then it got squashed when I realized that Fowler had changed the algorithm of their track and things wouldn't line up properly anymore. I probably would have just built as it was built and called it good, and hopefully the motors would have been working if they hadn't changed, because I needed new bus stop sections, and they changed them, and I couldn't talk myself into drilling new holes or lining things up properly, and it just, my mojo went. It's sort of like thinking that you're about to walk into a room and Sophia Loren is there in a corset and stockings, and you're like, yeah! And then you open it up and it's the Queen Mother. That's how you went from, yeah, let's do this, to, oh my God, no. Oh, the Von Ryan Express. I had a friend who was building a diorama from the movie Von Ryan Express at the end scene where Von Ryan gets a spoiler alert, where Von Ryan gets shot. Train Kits, how are you? Welcome in. Just got to look at your Hornby packet for unreliable. Dropped it on the floor and it starts not working. Well, some locos have a habit of doing that. You drop them. Others just keep ticking. So the plans with the Fowler car system is out with the track. I'm just going to run the tape and then use the Fowler car motors, and it's going to be real easy to do the bus station whether the read sensors work or not. If the read sensors don't work, plan B, it'll still work because the stop motor works. So if the read sensors don't work, I go to plan B and it'll still work. It'll be a nice little bit, and we'll have some fun. I got so inspired. Joyce was looking at some of the new vehicles they're making, like, go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that one. Get that one. I was like, no. Let's get the road going in first. Yeah, Fowler car system is expensive. The cars are expensive. Now, the Fiesmann cars are even more expensive, like almost double the price. The track itself and the wiring isn't expensive, but the motors and stuff are. But I'm good with motors. I'm good with all that. I've got all the parts I need. I'm done buying Fowler. In fact, I'm going to sell all my Fowler track online unless somebody here wants it. If anybody wants my Fowler car track, let me know. Email me, message. So it is definitely, there's definitely some juice. Now, laying it out, making sure I lay it straight, and the biggest issue is getting the curves right. That's my big issue. I've got to get those curves right. But it's going to allow me to add a lane of traffic over using the Fowler track. So I'm really excited about that. And then it's just lay the tape down. And I've got two ways of doing this, and both work. So I am geeky excited about this right now because I think I'm going to get it to work. One way or the other, I will have Fowler cars running on my layout and hopefully a few buses. Yeah, well, Fowler, of course, they have the motors that could stop the vehicle or cause the vehicle to change lanes, park and that. And they have various ways you can make it all digital and program it into your computer and make it all computer operated, matching working traffic lights and all that. But yeah, it starts with a simple wire, and then you can use the track or just embed the wire. But what I'm going to do is just lay, the wire can be a little unreliable, especially if you start building the road system over it. And so, and the track system had, the actual track that you put the wire in could have some issues. My biggest issue with the track system is it made the road lanes too wide. And that was to account for the cars going around curves and such. But I still think they could have narrowed it. So really, where in real life you could have 2 lanes of traffic with the Fowler car, it was very hard to have 2 legitimate lanes of traffic. You had to make your road lanes a little wider than realistic if you used the Fowler track system. If you just used the wire, it was fine. So there are plenty of copies of it now. Now, personally, in a lot of ways, if I didn't want to do the bus stops, I would have gone with the Dutch one. Crap, my brain just froze. What's it called? Crap. Magnorail, that's it. Magnorail. And I like Magnorail because you can use any car. You don't have to buy a Fowler car or one of the other imitation Fowler cars. You just take any car, stick it on. But there are certain limits to the Magnorail system. It's gorgeous. People like Everard Junction use it beautifully. I've seen some gorgeous highways on layouts, but I want to do, you can't do the bus stop with Magnorails. You can't do the cars pulling in and stopping at parking lots like you can with Fowler car. But it all comes with a cost. And I have wasted too much money trying to get the track system to work, so it's time to go with what Evo and Jean Ricard and a couple others were talking to me about. But it was Jean Ricard who turned me on to the Wiesmann tape, although Schoenwitz makes it too. Jeff, they use a modification of the Fowler car system. They originally started with something akin to the Fowler car system. Fowler car came to them and said, hey, you can do this and it'll work better. And then they took the Fowler car system and put it on steroids. And now it's hard to call it the Fowler car system anymore, but they share credit with Fowler car system. The one brother, Garrett, he sold some of his proprietary computer designs to Fowler, which they now use in their digital control system of the Fowler car. So it's kind of a hybrid of their own system and the Fowler car system. So it's basically they've helped each other out. But yeah, Garrett Brown, one of the twin brothers that are the primary owners of Miniature Wonderland. Yeah, it's Fowler car system, but heavily modified. And they have then modified, because they've modified it enough that they have cars that can run where they haven't sold that stuff to Fowler yet, but they've done it where police cars can actually run through the layout, not just trucks and semis and station wagons. Will you be sober for a live stream on Sunday? Probably. And if not, it'll be interesting viewing. Coming around, come on. We got to show you off. You are the star of the show. You are the Railjet. I just turned its interior lights on. Watch that view for a bit. Yeah, Miniature Wonderland. Miniature Wonderland. But yeah, I've been there 5 times. Joyce and I are going for a 6th time. And yeah, it's gonna be cool this time too, because we're going with Jean Ricard. And this will be very different, because it's the first time we're going with a model train enthusiast, somebody that's into trains. All the other times I've gone to Miniature Wonderland, it was me and students, me and Joyce. And Joyce loves Miniature Wonderland, don't get me wrong. She loves it. Every time we go, it's not like, oh, we've been here before, it's boring. She loves it. In fact, she was the one that last time we went said, pay for it and get the behind the scenes tour. I want the behind the scenes tour. And she didn't care if it was in German. She wanted to get the areas she hadn't seen yet. And yeah, Joyce loves Miniature Wonderland maybe as much as I do. She really likes it. You can ask her if she comes down. I don't know if she will be joining the live stream or not. Well, hello, Charlie McGowan. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us here. Thought I was going to sneeze there for a minute. Be with y'all in just a second. Talking to Joyce. Or actually, going to try to talk to Joyce. But so going with Jean Ricard will be the first time that there will be somebody that might be just as geeked as me being there. Other than Joyce. So that's going to be really special to, because we also went with, in 2017, we went with my friend Heinz and his new girlfriend, I can't remember her name now, which I'm sure Heinz's kids are probably good because we didn't like her. Heinz's wife, Anka, died in 2014, and in 2016, he started dating a girl he had dated long before he got married, and she moved in with him, and folks weren't, and I can't remember her name right now, but he decided he had never seen Miniature Wonderland, and he kind of said, hey, can we go with you? We'll buy the hotel room, and we'll all go together. And I was like, sure. You know, what the heck? Free hotel room? I'm in. And he enjoyed it. He loved the airport. I think while we kept wandering, he stopped and just watched the airport for 2 hours while we went and did other things that came back to him. And then her knees decided they needed a break, so they went and sat down while Joyce and I kept going. And then he came back out for a bit, and then they decided they had to go. And you got to be polite, but I was like, oh man, I want to stay here. Just in case I do sneeze. With only technical museums, I can get that. Well, I'm game. All right. Good night, Boilermaker Rick. Take care. So, yeah, it's one of those things. It's just, I make no apologies, although sometimes I sound apologetic. When I see something cool, I react like a child. I have the child amazement, the child curiosity, the child interest in it. I have a childlike wonder because so much of this is so different than anything I knew as a kid growing up. And I just, maybe that's what keeps me going is, you know, if I sit down and I've only played Dungeons and Dragons once with my son, but I want to do it again. The problem is he moved to Columbus, where I started thinking, you know, when I retire, son, I'll be available and we could come over on Fridays. And then he took a job in Columbus, but I'd be like, I'd be up for one of those night campaigns. We had a good time doing it. Because I was always kind of, as a tabletop war gamer, you know, the big maps and the square chits, that type of war gamer, and then moving into tabletop war game. I was a bit of a snob against Dungeons and Dragons. And plus my Lord of the Rings attitude. It's just a Lord of the Rings ripoff. But my son came up with a little quick 2-hour journey the whole family could play a couple of years ago. And we all had a blast. It was fun. It was silly. And we had fun. And I would happily do it again. Yeah, and again, I realize I am lucky. I won't use the word blessed, but I am lucky. I have had the opportunity to see it not once, which was lucky, but 5 times already and going for a 6th. Plus, we're gonna go see the Markleneum for the first time, and then we're gonna see Traumwerk, Peter Porsche. So we're gonna see 3 really big model train arrangements. Joyce has said, "This is a model train trip, isn't it, honey?" And I said, "Yep." And then she goes, "Well, I guess it's just good I like you." Oh my God, another worst joke. That was the worst of the worst jokes. But I could go for a verst. I don't really like American bratwurst. You know, you go to the grocery store and buy them, but man, put me in Europe. I don't care if it's France, Austria, Germany, put that in there. Or better yet, a schnitzel. Oh my God, a schnitzel. Well, we can talk that on once we up the live stream a little higher, Roger. Strip poker is not a stranger, but my kids are listening, so we won't talk about that. We also won't talk about our creative versions of Trivial Pursuit either. You played it for 12 years with the same guys. That's awesome. I love to hear stories like that, Chris. The only thing I did even close to that was I played some adult sport leagues where I played with the same guys for a few years. But in many cases, even though we played on the same teams, I wasn't the go out and get drunk guy that a lot of them were. So our friendship was, we showed up, we played, I won the game for the team, and then we all went our own way. Hi there. Well, you look pale, but you don't look horrible. Yo, honky. Ow, pale face.
No, not quite so pale.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Dean Robinson. I don't know who Dean Robinson is. Sent me a friend request.
Huh.
So anyhow, I gotta see this camera to know where I'm loading it on now. No, not that one. Multi-view. I'll start. Oh, it's pretty damn close. All right, the lady of the match is here.
All right. Hi, Ben.
There we go. There you are, all
Hi,
centered.
Artie. Hi, Tom. Hi, Jean. Hi, Raymond. Hi, Auntie. Yeah, it's gonna get much better.
Slow so you can breathe.
Lazy is-
Roger.
Yeah, hey, Roger.
I know this is tough.
I'm getting them.
Oh, and because Andy had norovirus too a
So
while ago.
hi,
We
Smallwood.
talked about how nasty it
Oh,
was.
yeah, sure was. Yeah, I'm definitely getting better. It just...
Oh, that was you, Dean.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, he wasn't quite sure who it was. So, hey, Joseph.
See, if it said Dino, I would have known.
Yeah.
But it was Dean Robinson. With Dino, I'm waiting for like
Hey, Carl.
Dino Martino. You know, I was looking for something kind of like Rat Packish.
So, hey, Valley. That's Edward, right?
The Tribzug.
So, yeah, I'm
Good
getting
dude.
better. These kids sure don't want to please their teacher, that's for sure. Hey, baby chicken noodle soup. We ran out of it.
Well,
So
the
I'm
problem
thinking
is,
better.
Artie, you put
Say
chicken,
right.
you put chicken noodle soup. You didn't put it in a container. You just poured it into a box and then mailed it. All we got was a soggy piece of cardboard.
Oh, AJ was on it too. That's great.
Oh, AJ was here, Val was here, Lynn was here. We were waving to
Nice.
everybody.
That's really good. So, hey, Raven. See, I'm here. Be nice to give him more likes. If you didn't give him a like, give him a like.
You tell
Nice
him.
that he's up to 40. That's great. So now,
Yeah.
Hey, kids.
2 straight without 50 now. It's getting
Yeah,
sad.
no, you're good. So,
Oh, well.
hey,
The love is
Dusty.
faded. Wait a minute.
Uh,
There's only one problem with these. Ah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, you know how he is. And the Mrs. Outsider.
You're the Mrs. Outsider.
Yeah.
You're the
That's
insider
nice.
outside. You're the insider outsider insider. You're the outsider
Yeah.
insider insider. However that works.
Yeah, that's... Why are you putting these on me?
Why not? I could go lower, and that would be a hell of a show. But that's for a different
Yes,
story.
it sure would. Yeah, AJ heard that his whole life. We're Dodge like the car. He heard that all his life, so that's why he uses it.
Oh, I already told them the story about you.
Gotcha. Okay. So there's
Shut
a whole
up!
place. Yeah, it is. So hey, Crossways.
You
That's
remember?
Birdie, right?
You remember your reaction, right? Shut up. It's Joyce. Joyce. Dodge. Dodge. Doge. Dodge. Like the car. And I started laughing in the background, and you're like, shut up.
How many Toledos do we have in the world? I don't know. There's probably about 200,000
There's
here.
at least 4 in the United States, if not more. But there's Toledo, Ohio, Toledo, Iowa, Toledo, Illinois, and I think there's a Toledo either in California or Arizona, somewhere in there, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's Toledo, Spain,
Yeah.
which is Toledo. Well, hi, LinkedIn Road. Welcome in, Mark. Hey, why aren't you knighted?
Yeah, I
I know
probably
you've been here
need-
before.
I
I'm not put
probably,
you a knight at the Rhomboid table.
I probably
Anybody
need
wants to
keep moving.
advertise their channel?
I sat down
Go
and
ahead.
I'm gonna crash. Toledo steel is beautiful.
Hey, well, Edward, all I can tell you is all my trains are gluten-free.
There you go. Ah,
But
so
they're non-vegetarian.
The TV's crap, so you're back. All right, well, that's good.
There
Hey,
we go.
Valentina. He misspoke your name when he proposed to you. That's funny, Val. Oh,
That's all right. I actually forgot Joyce's last name the day we met. I called her up a day and a half later, and I was like, crap, I can't remember her last name. So
Sorry
when
to
I called
spell
her
it to
up,
her.
I was like, is Joyce there? Yes. Because normally I would say, is this the so-and-so residence? Yes. Hello, my name's Anthony Dodge. Is Joyce there? Why, yes. Yes, she is.
well, I think you called me Joy and they confused him because you sound like I was saying Joey.
That might have happened too, yeah. And then when she came on, I was like, hey, by the
Okay.
way, how do you spell your last name?
Yeah.
And her last name could have been Smith, and she's like, there's only one way to spell Smith. And then I would have argued, well, no, some people spell it with a Y, some people have an E at the end.
Yeah.
But it wound up being, she goes, that's, yeah, everybody
I
gets
just
confused.
spelled it. Yeah, it's Redding. Redding. Valentina instead of Valentina. I
Valentia
gotcha.
instead of Valentina.
Valentia, yeah, gotcha. That makes sense, but yeah, that wedding's coming October 7th. That'll be nice. We'll all be there. So I wasn't gonna buy a dress till I knew how good I looked.
Yeah. Hey, Simon's here. I'm sorry, Simon, I didn't see you come in.
Simon.
But we did, see, that's already, seriously, that's our biggest fear of Australia is eating. That's also our biggest fear of going to Denmark is what to eat because me even more than Joyce, but even Joyce, there's foods we're going to look at and we're going to go, no. No, not going to try.
No. So, no, that's nice you came.
Hey, Jackie, how are
Hey,
you?
Jackie.
God, with all this, my former students in the background, I should be doing Guten Tag, Schule. I want to say, hey, I should do that again right now. Hey, Valentina, if any of the guys are listening, if Kyle and Jake and AJ, everybody listen, see if they'll do this for me. I want this as a laugh. If they're all listening, everybody, Guten Tag, Schule. I haven't heard that in a year now, so it's sad.
Yeah.
Hey, Jackie! Because hey, Brian Finn's here. Nice to
Brian
have
Finn's
you,
here.
Mr. Finn.
Oh, you're getting quite a girlfriend. This is 6 are watching. I
It
think
went on early. You'd have to refresh it to get the current
you
number.
got a
I'm
little-
bouncing here between 34 and 32, but a minute ago this said 33 and this said 10.
Yeah, you got more than 6 people here. I'll get a commercial if I do that. Oh, what the hell. I don't mind, I'll refresh it.
I don't
I'll
mind.
get a commercial.
But what commercial?
There was some commercials on when you were fresh.
Guten Tag, Schule. Yeah, I said, but what commercial? In other words,
Oh.
what they... Ooh, Ghirardelli chocolate chip cookies.
Ghirardelli chocolate chip cookies. Yummy.
Yeah, you could tuck me into it. Speaking of which, what are we doing for dinner?
I got getting my appetite back.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to... God, I don't know what to order. Because everything we order, somebody screws up an order.
Well,
You're showing 35 on your end? That's a lot on your end. Are we talking tattoos or what? Wait, no, stop.
yeah, 34. That's a lot better. They say
Yeah,
I
42
was,
likes. That's not bad.
I was
That's not-
getting 6.
That's it. You got to arrange for a bigger cow.
Yeah.
Andy's like, fish and chips, Joyce?
Well, we talked about that already.
He knows. But that's just it, Efo. I would drive anybody that went with us. Efo, if you were to meet us, I would drive you crazy because I don't really eat vegetables. I don't even eat spicy meat. I don't like a lot of spice. Give me bratwurst, fries, and maybe a little lettuce salad on the
Snurgler.
side.
Snurgler. That's a terrific name.
A snurgler.
Jets. Great pizza, great tech. Jets uses
Make it Jets. We'll do Jets. When you're a jet all the way.
Text us your order. You want me to do it right now?
They could become, what are those called?
Pasties.
Pasties.
Alright, what do you want? I'll text him.
You want to get my subscribers up to 10,000 real quick? But it's all the other stuff. Like, battered deep fried fish is about the only fish I eat. And so we're going to go to Denmark and visit friends in Denmark. And they're going to be like, oh, you must try this and you must try this. And I'm like, no, I mustn't. But if we go to a bread and cheese shop, I will do you proud. You could take me in, like Jean Ricard, you could take me in. Or if we were to meet Efo someday or
We're
Hi
doing a
in the
lot
Netherlands.
better.
Jeff,
Extra cheese.
Jeff, on this channel, it's not kept clean.
No, it's not. What do you want?
No, what do I want? Ground beef.
The Jets? I think you like Jets ground beef.
No, they're all right. Do a half and half. Reply to opt out. Oh, reply no to opt out. So they're all doing that.
This is hard for me.
Jim's here. Okay, everybody, straighten up. Jim's here. His kids might be watching, so now we have to behave. Honey, I know you're ordering dinner, but Jim is here.
Hi, Jim.
And Donna and kids.
And your whole family.
Oh, wait, I gave it.
Donna, it was nice to talk to you. We were just talking about that again. It was a great memory.
See, that's where we'd be in trouble right there, Ifo. Like, what's the one? Machos. Yeah. Now, pastries, bread, and cheese, but yeah, oh my goodness.
Cheesy bread.
If you, what? I don't need it, but you can add it on just for the hell of it. Why not? Cheesy bread. Go ahead, throw it on. That way Liz will have something. But, yeah, you could...
This is too uncomfortable to do it over the phone.
A Danish cheese shop, and I would go crazy, or a Dutch cheese shop, although I eat a lot of Dutch cheeses already, but like Danish blue cheese. Oh my god, I love Danish blue cheese. Danske blue. I loved it. Danish blue cheese.
They have like turbo sticks or something. We should look it up.
Just do it. I hope they get that's half and half. Yes, I have tried Stilton. Not bad. Not bad at all. The only cheese from the UK I'm not a fan of I think it's called Double Gloucester. It's got multiple different types of moldy cheeses, and I like moldy cheeses, but one of them in the I think it's called Double Gloucester, I don't like the taste of, because literally, if there's 10,000 cheeses in the world, I can maybe think of 3 I don't like. And that's, now, when we say cheeses, I'm talking actual cheese, and not where, like, pimento cheese, where they take cheese and then throw pimento or stuff in it, where it's just the basic cheese. Yeah, and that's how I am. I eat cheese with everything. Now, I haven't pooped since 2003, but I eat cheese with everything. Actually, that's a lie. Considering norovirus, I let go everything from 2003 that had stored up. Well, oh my god, I am a cheese connoisseur. The saddest part of any trip, like we were in Frankfurt, we went to the Kleinmarkt in Frankfurt, which is, you know, a big market square indoors, and they had all kinds of cheese shops, and I went to one, and they were just, like, how many cheeses do you have here? Well, in our main shop we have 250. Here we have about 120. And I tried about 10. And they kept offering me more. And Joyce is like, honey, that's enough. And I just want to keep going. Oh my goodness. So the thing is, when I was in the UK, I tried the basics. And I will say, true English cheddar tastes different than standard American cheddar, which is not a surprise. But when I found some cheese shops in the UK, I always go for cheeses I have not heard of or tried before. So, the problem is I don't always make a note, like, Joyce, what was that cheese we had in Cardiff? And she's like, I don't remember. You're supposed to remember that. It depends, Chris. You know, a lot of our name brand cheeses can't even call themselves cheese officially. It's cheese food. But we have plenty of companies that make true proper cheeses. And there are some good cheddars in America, but that was one I definitely tried over there. Stilton was another. Then I just went with brands I never tried before, flavors that it's like, ooh, I've never heard of that one. Because, you know, the cheese shops are always willing to give you a few, let you try a little wedge of each one. And I always buy like 100 grams of 2 or 3. to pay them back for their generosity. But they, you know, I've been in German cheese shops where they seem to have the patience of Job, because I'll be trying 30 different cheeses and I'll say, go ahead. And then I will always buy something. But yeah, Danish Blue, I love Gorgonzola. That's what I love about pizza over in Europe as opposed to the United States. Is in Italy and Germany and Austria and the Czech Republic, 4-cheese pizza is always 4 different cheeses on 4 different sections of the pizza. America, they'll mix all the cheeses together. And in Europe, they keep them separated. So you always get different blends of cheeses, and then different regions have difference. But like Gorgonzola is always one of the 4 cheeses. And Joyce hates it because she doesn't like the moldy cheeses. She doesn't like blue cheese, Roquefort, Gloucester, Danish Blue, Norwegian Blue, which I've had, Norwegian Purple, which is really good. You make your own beer? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Either by itself or maybe with a dry cracker. But I personally prefer to try the cheese without any of the salt from the cracker mixing in. So I always try the cheese without the bread or the cracker first, and then with a cracker. All right, Efo, good night. And as always, thanks for popping in. Yeah, Newland brews his own beer too, which that would be something to try whenever we get back to the UK. We will go back to the UK. It just won't be for a couple of years. I just want all you people to stick around. I've had enough people leave us. It's time to go a few years without friends disappearing. Disappearing's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Purple cheese. That's Jimi Hendrix in Norway. Purple cheese getting in my head. Purple cheese won't crack till I'm dead. Purple cheese make me feel really good. Excuse me while I kiss the good. Sorry guys, I can do this all day, all life. Since I was a little kid, you give me an inspiration, I can make a goofy song with it. I might have to tweak it and do it, but you've seen it now. I don't know how many live streams in a row now where I just keep doing it. There must be some kind of way out of here, said the cheddar to the Swiss. We've got Limburger there, and smoked Gouda there. My nose needs to give it a miss. All along the cheesy shop. By Traveling Band, CCR. Oh, CCR. We could get on a talk about CCR. And how badly John Fogerty was screwed by his own brother. Who else in the world could get sued by his ex-band and brother for sounding like himself? John Fogerty, who wrote all the songs for CCR and produced all the songs for CCR, then gets kicked out of the band when he and the bandmates start arguing over management, and a private deal the 3 band members signed behind John's back with new management. And then a few years later, he releases a solo album, and his brother and the management sue him for sounding too much like CCR. Will I add catenary to the layout? That is a long, distant plan. There is so much, because this layout hasn't been worked on in 3 years, despite 3 years of live streaming. There are things I need to do, and catenary, and there's a big fight in the model making world as to whether you put catenary in first or last. And of course, obviously you want to put it in before you ballast, but then again you want to put ballast in before you do this, and you don't want to put... And catenary really, to me, should be the last thing, because you don't want to be reaching around and fighting around the catenary to put everything else in. So I've elected catenary will be the last thing I put in. Catenary, catenary, whichever side of the pronunciation war you're on. It will be the last thing I put on. So that's a long way to go. If I have it up in 5 years, I would consider that amazing. Hey, Greg is here. Yeah, Greg, I watched your video. I didn't comment on it yet, but I did watch it. Very cool. Oh, and while Greg is here, it reminds me of somebody else, but you both use Kato Trap. Hey, everybody here. I mentioned it briefly on Tuesday. Eric. Some of you may know Eric. He's a smaller channel. Eric, who is known as ANC Railroad and Life Journey. ANC, N-Scale Railroad, and Life Journey. Eric will be having a kidney removed. I believe it's this coming Tuesday. He posted a video today announcing it was his last video for a while, because he will be in basically a hospice-like care for 3 months after this surgery, and he doesn't know when he'll be able to come back online. He'll try to watch live streams of that. But if you pray, say a prayer for him. If you're not a religious person, which is like Joyce and me, then just keep him in your thoughts. Hold out his head. I know I've got many friends here that, like Joyce and I had a flu, and you guys were wonderful showing your sympathy to us. But, a flu, you recover. A flu sucks when you have it. You feel bad, and there's no competition. One person has arthritis, another person has this, and another person has this, and there doesn't need to be a competition. You can't complain about you being sick because this person has this. We're not into that. When you're sick, you're sick. Some people definitely have illnesses you don't get better from. Whether they're just going to be lifelong illnesses, and we understand that. But in that regard, just keep a thought out for another friend of ours, Eric, and to all our other friends out there that are sick, many in here, and I won't share your stories, even though I know your stories, and I know you go back and forth. I know some of you have been fighting flus like me, and again, Joyce and I send our love and sympathy to you all. But Greg here is just coming back from stomach cancer surgery. And of course, Steve the plumber is just recovering from stomach cancer surgery. And I shouldn't say stomach cancer surgery in Greg's case, it was intestinal. And it's a long, hard recovery. And Joyce and I send you our love to you, Greg. And it's great to see you back, no matter what level you're back at right now. It's just great to see you online. It's great to hear your voice. And it's great to have you here. I can splash you to the 4 winds. Hey, Dave from Cook and River is here. Nice to have you guys here. Wow, cool. Joyce is taking care of dinner. I'm hoping she'll come back. And yeah, and there are, and having watched friends, very close friends die, having watched Joyce's brother die from ALS, and he had the fast track ALS. And I know somebody in here has a similar form. I don't think it's one of the forms. And again, every time you post a video, I'm just amazed at what you're doing. You have our love and sympathy. A lot of you guys. And this is why, to kind of wrap up what I started my video with to now, this is why Rule 3 on my model railway: don't talk about other channels. You don't know what the people on the other side of that screen are going through. Don't talk about other people. You don't know what they're going through. And, you know, don't, and it turns into a piss war between people. And I didn't like when I've had nothing to do with it other than I'm friends with a lot of the people that and I'm, you know, one of my best friends. And I'm not blaming. I wasn't there for what started it all, but I don't want it here, and I don't want my name being brought into it. I'm not involved. And to mention Joyce's name went beyond. And that's why it's such a strong rule. I don't know what you people are going through. I let you know what I go through, which is why I get emails from people. I have let people on here know that I fought manic depression for years. And so the fellow manic depression, we talk about that offline. And people call me, and they know they can call me. They know I will talk to them. They text me, they email me, they face chat me. A lot of YouTubers, because I say, I mean it. You need to call me, call me. I will talk. It's all right. David, you have been knighted before. Why are you in gray print here? Let me get you reknighted. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. And, you know, I have, and so people with kidney ailments, because I was born with one kidney, and there is nothing. I don't fear a heart attack, and I lost 60 pounds after being told I was building up for a heart attack. I mean, I do fear it, but I don't fear a heart attack. I don't fear a stroke. I don't fear anything as much as I fear kidney disease, because I only have one to begin with. So when people like Eric or Redbird Tony or there's another channel I follow, we're sort of the kidney club. And I'm not buddies with Redbird Tony, but I support him any way I can because he is going through dialysis like Eric. He goes through hell, the blood transfusions, and he tries, you know, and so that kidney always is special to me, so I apologize. And yeah, and that's not the physical ailment. You know, many of you watched as in a very short period of time, my last surviving, well, all three of my best friends died very quickly, close to each other, so that basically Joyce and Deborah are the last in my circle. And then we went over to the UK. Chris had been a long-time friend online, and we finally got to meet Chris and hang out with him. And 5 weeks later, he's dead. And it's important. It's very important that we keep a lot of the BS off our YouTube channels because there's enough of it off the YouTube channel.
Oh man, that took a little bit of work. Hey, stuff.
So it is. And the thing is, you can't, mental health doesn't care if you're rich or poor, tall or short, black or white. You can be the most successful person in the world and suffer from severe anxiety, depression. And
Artie's waiting for a brain transplant.
no, but
But they keep looking for
oh,
a moron.
moron.
Hi, Midsummer. Yeah, it sure was. Woof. So, hey, Crooked River. I bet you
Yeah, I'm with you, Train Kid. And the thing is, you say don't let the bastards get you down, which is true. But when they do get you down, it's okay to, what's the catchphrase? It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. But don't do it alone.
Yeah.
And the other stupid thing is when people say, "Oh, what have you got to be depressed about?" Or "It's a beautiful day. How can you be depressed?" Depression doesn't give a shit about that. It doesn't when you're depressed. That's our problem. We play tennis with depression.
And a lot of enthusiasm.
I'm feeling better now. Are you feeling better? Good, because I need to crash.
Yeah. Yeah, Jean's taking a calculated risk.
Oh, I got to tell you. Oh, yeah. No, Jean Ricard and I, oh my God, at least 3 hours of a phone chat, video chat, at least.
Oh, this afternoon?
2 to 4 hours. We did it in sessions. We took a lunch break in between.
Okay. Yeah, it is hard to open up.
He's on 30 bananas a day. See, Jean Ricard, there's a segue to your banana joke that you told me on. Jean Ricard told me the old joke about this woman had a baby and everybody was saying how ugly the baby was, So she went to a train station and she was waiting for the train and a couple of people were muttering in front of her, "What an ugly baby." And she just broke into tears and went and sat down. And while she was sitting there crying and holding her baby, a railway worker walked up to her and said, "Ma'am, what's the matter?" And she's like, "Everybody keeps saying how ugly my baby is. This is so terrible." He says, "Ma'am, that's not right. I'll tell you what. Let's get your monkey here a banana and you take me to your child."
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I've already been to the big giant banana. Hey, Christopher's back.
That's
It is. Yeah, I mean, now, and I'm not one of these people like you'll hear, "Oh, this community is so wonderful." People in this community are wonderful. There's many people in this community that are not.
That does.
But the people who are good,
Just gotta get your people.
the guys like Alan Wiles that will call you up and say, "Hey, you sounded blue on your live
Take
stream."
care of yourself, Jackie. Get
All
some
right,
good
Jackie,
rest.
take care. The people like Jackie that come on to live stream going what she goes through and shares her hearts and flowers and tries to be a positive vibe.
Nail broke. Oh.
No, she laughed at the joke. What are you talking about? She laughed at the joke.
I groaned at the joke.
You laughed.
I'm not sure that's laughing.
You laughed.
Oh, Jean, no worries. No worries. Is he talking to somebody else? I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't. I thought, he's run 3 live streams in a row now since I got him.
Yeah.
Just a partial live stream. I was going to park him, and I said, no, He's going to run one more today, but he's on the inner loop.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh my goodness, look how smooth he runs.
Yeah, he's a good runner.
He's a consistent little
For
mofo.
being such a difficult train.
He is.
Did you say your Railjet 6?
Yeah, I've had my Railjet for, was it 6 or 7 years now?
Wow.
Six years. I've had the Railjet for over 6 years now. It turned 6 because I got a Facebook reminder of the first video of it. Your 6-year memory.
Right, yeah, I thought
Instead,
it was
I shared the older memory. Oh, you didn't see the Facebook post I shared? It was you and me at the second to last cinematic Titanic show we ever went to because then they stopped touring.
Gotcha.
So it's that picture of me. It was in between shows,
Oh,
and we were doing the
nice.
dinner in between
Yeah, with
the
the
shows.
kids.
No, it was just
Not
you
with
and
the
me.
kids.
It was just you and me. It was our 25th anniversary date. Yeah. You don't remember? Well, anyhow, it's the picture. It's the picture of you on my shoulder like this, where you look like you're 19. Do you know that? You remember that picture now?
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I'll find it. on
You forgot!
Facebook.
You hussy! How could you forget? There, that one.
Oh, I
That
remember
one.
That.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I have big bags under my eyes.
Oh my God, you are so fake vain. Oh my God, look at the bags in my eyes. Hang on,
I
let's go
don't
there.
have bags under my eyes in that one.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you now. Hang on, we got that Windows up, but let's change the Windows screen. I gotta,
Wow, 30. Wow, you have 45 likes.
yeah, we got that many.
Good job, man. You're getting popular.
Here, this is the picture we're talking about right now. Okay, now you can't see it, but that's all right.
What did it go?
You're just seeing my Facebook ID. That's the picture we're talking about now. That was 10 years ago today. Joyce and I went to a show by a group called, that was 10 years ago.
That's all right, Rick. You got here.
No issues, no worries.
Yep.
So that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
how old are you in that picture, dear? How old are you in that picture? It's 10 years ago. So
How old am I now?
do you need a
I was
hint?
46, I think.
You were 46. Because you're almost 50. Yeah, you were 46 in that picture.
Yeah.
And you look. And remember, I got asked if you were my daughter.
No.
Yes, you don't remember that?
No.
Yeah.
It's
We went to the
sorta-
restaurant. She said, will this be for you and your daughter?
Oh. Oops. Probably should delete all that.
Hey, we don't block anybody. We don't block
No, we
anybody. I don't know who's blocking what. I need to restore that. Hey, I'm master here. I should be able to restore it. All right, view deleted message.
Yeah, I look very mean. Now, what's going on? Anthony's showing his Facebook, and you're showing other people messaging you, which you probably should go back to a different screen.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Whoops, yeah, let's get off of that. My bad.
Yeah.
See, this is why.
He's doing, they'll figure it out tomorrow, I think, but that's beside the point. Yeah,
Okay, no problem. We're
No
good. We're good.
worries.
I'm just trying to fix it all.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Thank you, Bailey. Oh, love you too, AJ.
See, this is why you gotta watch what you do at the right time.
Are you going to, Oh, that's not good, Greg. Are you coming to pick up that bed? Somebody is. You grab the diapers while you're here.
Oh, wait, did Lynn just come on? Oh, no, AJ.
AJ's on.
Oh, are they saying they're on their way?
I don't know.
Because I got the bed out.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. I don't know who's coming for it.
Well, Lynn said the boys might be coming for it.
Yeah. Oh.
Never mind. I'm torn between 10 conversations.
Yeah, I think we're a little lost. That's nice, Randall. You're trying to figure out which one you want? I am sure you could get some help here by other people. Lynn wanted you to pick up a bed here. I think. You could swing by. Do you just get rid of the AJ part there, son, or you just like the car?
Yeah, he's just like the car.
Wow, you've gone completely, I'm not sure where I want to put there. Ah, you have no space. Huh. Always have been. Yeah, that's like the car as our son is getting married.
Yeah, although, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Somebody else coming to get it? Maybe Jacob?
Yeah, everybody...
Like the car and you're an L.
like the car won.
And he doesn't have, He's a good-looking guy. He looks like his daddy.
It's a nice table and lots of nice trains. It's a nice size table. All right, Jeff, you take care. Thanks for popping in.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, this is why everybody's a moderator, but I do that so you can all advertise your channels.
Right. So, anyway, yeah, we're going to get off in a couple minutes.
Unfortunately, when you're trying to do something and the bar scrolls, you can hit the wrong button, you can hit the wrong place. Just let me handle deleting comments. Just let me handle deleting comments.
Yeah, please. Unless it's one of those porn people, then delete away.
Yeah, if it's one of those Russian sex bot ads.
Yeah.
But get the number first. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I hope so, Dusty. That's uncomfortable. I think it took this one getting sick to finally get some motivation. Have you been writing? That
All
Clark?
right.
That
Well,
Clark maybe delayed a year.
Yeah. Simon, he's laid his first bid. He's trying to get the mojo back. Well, that's good to hear. I'm hoping. And see, this stuff is...
Well, you could, it's 5:55. You always fall for the set. Well, they're cute. Oh, you don't need it?
Oh, okay.
Well, she text about it. Huh.
All right, so who else is leaving? Well, we got to get going off, but I'm going to have to.
That's funny, Randall.
What'd Randall say?
He said watching a stream one night, one of the porn bots got in the chat, and the guy doing the stream actually made him a moderator. Follow me now.
Oh, that's just
That's
funny.
Hilarious.
That's too funny.
That is hilarious.
You want to? Oh, only. Well,
Yeah.
I think they're both shut off because that Hornby controller died again.
Oh, it did.
I fix it, it dies. I fix it, it dies.
Oh, you got
I could express a lot of hatred for that Hornby.
Oh, well, you wouldn't be alone.
Why did that skip and burp? I think the whole thing hiccuped.
That was your Beatles train.
Yeah, it was one
I
of the new
wondered what it
Beatles trains.
was.
Yeah, the Azuma is on the track with the stupid Hornby one.
Yeah, I see the
Whoops.
Azuma failed. It's nice.
It wasn't the Azuma. The Azumba? It wasn't the Azuma.
No, it's not. It's L-E-N-E or... Yeah. Dead as a doornail, as they say.
Well, anyhow, yeah, it's a POS.
Wow. 30 degrees Celsius. Ew.
Where at? Who's got 30 degrees Celsius?
Greg in Australia.
Oh, yeah, well, they're going into
That's
summer.
a hot day. No, they're not.
That's 80s. No, they're going into winter,
Yeah,
right?
they're leaving summer.
They're leaving summer, right?
It's still summer. It isn't fall for another
right.
month.
Right. Yeah, we still got a month of
Yeah.
winter. That's why I always thought Groundhog Day was stupid.
Hit the Hornby controller with a big hammer.
No, we'll probably pick up a couple afterwards. I don't know. I'm going to wait and see how many subs I lose now, but we'll see. Yeah.
Focus.
Well, yeah.
Right.
This channel is a hangout channel. It's a fun place until people decide not to make it fun. Mistakes can happen. We can hit wrong buttons, of course. But that's why people have told me in the past, don't make everybody moderator, because, no, everybody's moderator. Advertise your channel. And I don't usually have to worry about negativity. But some of you are now seeing that this stuff has filtered and
Beep, beep, beep. So.
But yeah,
That's
it
good
was
live stream. We could get Anthony up to 50. That would be cool.
We're not. Yeah, I will try to be on other people's streams through the weekend.
Yep.
But Joyce and I are always here, and we just appreciate all the people who come here just to hang out, listen to me babble, maybe watch some cool trains, hang out and talk to each other, because for me, this is my social. This is me going to the bar. This is me talking to people I want to talk to.
Yes, we are. Ohio Steel and Stream, which is
I'm sorry. Yeah, I will be live streaming from it.
Yeah.
We will be live streaming from it.
Yeah, we will.
Can you hear the excitement?
Yeah, happy. We can play. We don't need badminton. Tennis works fine when you're depressed. Because, depression and anger are really close.
Anything is better than punching holes through walls. And I went through that phase. But anyhow, again.
Cool. We can hook up maybe somehow.
We are just excited to have so many people. Yeah, I'm hoping. I actually bought some wear, but it might not arrive until afterwards. But... Yeah. Just look for this. I am close to 6'4". I'll be in shoes, so I'll probably be very close to 6'4". I'm like 6'3" until I put shoes on. And then I'm suddenly... Unless I put those other heels on, then I'm 7'2". But that's a different story.
I don't wear heels like that.
No.
10-inch heels? Woof.
No, honey, if you wore 10-inch heels, you'd be falling... Gravity would be saying... Boing, but then you'd be bouncing right back up. Wait, no, I did not say that.
Oh, you did not say that.
Sadly, I think I did.
Behave.
Really? Really? You want me to behave?
Maybe.
But you didn't say behave well or behave badly.
I didn't.
That will come off camera.
Yes.
All right, so anyhow, let's get to the main cam here before we ditch this off. So, I got this thing flying over me.
Couple ICs.
Hang on. Can I do this? We're going for... There we go. Now, I've got to be able to do it. Here we go. I couldn't do it.
Nope.
Was doing the mirror bit, trying to shrink it while I shrink it. I'm crushing your head. Oh, well. You know that's right. Anyhow, so we will see you next time. Until later from quick.
Hey. Bye.
Yeah, Joyce, but what's my name?
Anthony?
Anthony?
Yeah.
Well, to the UK guys, I guess.
Yeah.
Anthony. So from Joyce and Anthony, we're going to say Auf Wiedersehen, Tschüss, and...
Bye.
Oh, I skipped your line. I'm sorry. We'll say
did.
Auf Wiedersehen
Choose.
and happy trains. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.